Welcome back, Desk Poppers, to another recap of The Last of Us. Today we're doing episode 6 and 7, Kin and Left Behind. Did miss last week's episode, so I just want to make sure that we go over both episodes. And also, one of the main things that I saw on Twitter, who's really the main character of The Last of Us? I think people are going to find out real soon. If they didn't play video games, they're going to find out who's going to keep going and who isn't.
Yeah.
But
we spoiled that like the first episode.
Right. No. Let's talk about first episode 6. Kin. You know, we were right. We were talking about it the week before the last recap about Joel having anxiety, and it's getting to him. And some people on
Twitter,
in the comments. I don't even know. No, in our comments, because we made a video talking about how Joel is. It's affecting him more. So after what happened to Henry and Sam, we said like, oh, you can tell that it's getting to Joel. And somebody in the comments was like, It's not. Yeah, it's not. Or it's always been getting to him. I'm like, no, but now it's really affecting him. And now you can see it because of the anxiety. At first, I thought he was having a heart attack.
I was too.
I thought he was gonna like pass out from like some heart complications.
Yeah, bro.
Like my boy Otto.
So I think that's maybe why I had it in my head because Otto, like, they would spin it where he would grab his chest and then like.
And then it was like, and then it turned out he had like an enlarged heart. That's what I thought they were gonna do with Joel. I was like, oh.
And then it took me.
How would they find out though?
What?
Know that he had an enlarged heart.
I'm sure you could do some sort of test.
Yeah, bro. Something. X-rays. You know?
I don't think they have X-rays.
You think they got X-rays in the apocalypse?
No, because all they need is like electricity. At that point, all they need is to generate electricity to turn up the machines. Like they don't gotta invent the machine.
I know, but they gotta go
find it. Yeah, you're right. And why would you go scavenge an extra machine? You know?
Like, yeah, he's dead. Man. Just infected.
But
just give him a little something.
It did take me a little. I think until like the third time that it happened to him, I'm like, oh, it's probably anxiety because I'm like, that's how I feel. So I'm like, oh, I was like, oh, it's me.
That's me. Like the Leo.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh. But he finally meets his brother.
Yeah, he made it to Wyoming.
Dude, that's a long trek.
They're not in a city or a town or anything, right? It's like
they're just out in the mountain.
Well, I was
next
gonna
to a
say
river.
they walked it there, right? Because it took them 3 months from Boston to Kansas. It was a full day.
Yeah.
From Kansas to Wyoming, it was
3 months.
Which look, I know on the East Coast.
Walking.
Yeah, and on the East Coast, everything's closer together, I guess.
Well, that and just like,
and I guess I would say you're going up to elevation, but it's not like a crazy climb either.
No, I understand that.
It is when you're walking halfway across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from Kansas City to fucking Wyoming is all flat land until you get to the mountain.
My boy, you're walking. You're not even on a bike or nothing. Like,
I know.
It's tough. And plus, they had to brave the weather, so it's not like they walked continuously. They probably
Well,
there was probably
stopped
times,
every night and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to.
You would have to.
So I'm surprised they didn't get into they didn't get into shit. Or maybe they did, but
3 months is a long time for
stuff to go down.
Especially because like the amount of zombies between Kansas and Wyoming, bro. Like unless they just checked it through the plains, but like even then the plains, bro. Like it's puro, like it's all
plain.
Yeah,
I could see somebody like a mile out, just boom,
yeah, boom.
Just get up on a tree and you'll see the whole state.
Yeah. Is that a zombie over there?
My eyes deceive me.
Well, they made it to Wyoming, and then.
Well, they meet the brother. He's happy to see his brother. I don't know if his brother's that happy to see him.
It doesn't seem like it at first.
No, and I put it down here on why Joel gets mad at Tommy when he breaks him the news. You know, they have their conversation. He's like, I'm going to be a father.
So Joel shows up, and he assumes his brother's just going to help him. He's like, oh, my brother will help us.
Well, he also didn't know he got married either. So.
Yeah, I know, but like it was kind of foolish of Joel to just show up with the assumption that his brother was going to put everything down. And
I think Joel just didn't know if he was safe to begin with. Because like he went dark. He went dark for like a couple months, was it? Like 7 months, or was it a couple years?
No, I think it was months. I don't think it was years.
Oh my god, bro! That's why I have a.
But it was
memory.
20 years, like. So.
Yeah, and you're with your brother for like all that time, like during the apocalypse. Like you guys, they even talk about it. They hinted at. They're like, everything we did, man, we're not that anymore, or like whatever. But he probably still thinks Joel is the same Joel from when they were like killing people. He tells him that he's a father, and Joel like really doesn't like really give him the reaction that he was expecting.
He goes, "This is my wife to begin with," and then Joel's like. Her? Like my boy.
I mean, look, bro.
Pickings,
I was about to say, when it's apocalypse, you don't got a lot of choices.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised they're out there having kids still, man. Like,
Yeah, bro. In the
Well, I mean,
apocalypse.
ain't nobody gonna stop fucking.
Yeah, and it's I bet you it's hard to come by a condom.
Probably
is.
gold at that point.
Give my boy, I need a condom today, bro, for tonight. Yeah, bro, like right ASAP.
like, dude, this thing expired 18 years ago.
Bro, exactly. So I'm pretty. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, no, I can see them having kids because like.
There's nothing to do.
No, I know, but are you?
That's true,
I'm,
like,
I'm saying, are you sleeping
Imagine
around?
growing up with like TV shows and movies, and then the apocalypse happens.
And you're
Happens, and you got nothing to do now.
Like now, if it were to happen now, dude,
Yeah,
like these iPad kids wouldn't make it.
they wouldn't survive.
I don't know.
wouldn't survive.
I
they
wouldn't
would.
survive.
They would survive, and I'll tell you why. At the end of this recap episode, because something happens that I'm like, you should have known better, Joel. But just to keep going, because Joel just doesn't give him that reaction, and I would be pissed too because you made this trek just to like find Tommy, and Tommy doesn't. I feel like appreciate that Joel made that trek.
Yeah,
like Joel's
yeah.
making this trek to find his brother because he thinks he's in trouble.
But his brother didn't ask him to do that. So
No, but his brother also didn't tell him he was okay. Imagine us.
Yeah, you just cut them off without
us
warning.
three,
and all that.
20 years. Yeah, 20 years of just being together, surviving.
I thought you were gonna say fucking.
Like fucking.
Yeah, we're surviving for 20 years, bro. And one of you guys disappears, and if with no contact, we're like, oh,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
happened to him. We gotta go find him. And then you're like, hey, bro, I've been fucking.
Like, hey, bro, look, I got electricity. I got a house.
Yeah, bro.
I got running sewage.
And like, you didn't tell us, like,
Water.
at least, like, hey, I'm okay.
Send out a message, a little telegram song.
Son, bro, send a bird,
Pony Express.
Yeah.
a pigeon. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
send a
an
picture, my
owl.
boy.
no, I would be pissed too. Tommy really made some decisions that I'm like, bro, like it's your brother. I understand you guys did shit and you try and change the communist part. Really,
Yeah, but that was funny. But he's also been living in that place for like so long. He's probably gotten used to being acclimated to
Yes.
being around people. and being
That's
safe.
like as close to as normal society as they can.
Yeah, yeah.
Las
Posas.
Like he probably doesn't like remember, or I mean, he probably does, but I mean, he doesn't like see it as a being out surviving
No,
like Joel has.
it's just like everyday life for them.
Yeah.
Pero lo tienen así, güey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, así, güey. Así lo tienen.
Ay.
Para los que no saben, for those that don't know Spanish, bro.
They got my boy by the huevos.
By the huevos, bro. That's what we call it in Spanish. They got my boy by the huevos, and that just means that, like,
Huevos.
yeah, I mean, it's your wife, I get it, but like, it's your brother. Just tell him you're okay, bro. Just tell him at least,
What's the good old saying? Bros before hoes.
Yeah,
Right.
you're actual bro too. You know?
So I thought the whole little community was gonna go to shit. I was like, they're gonna somehow let an infected in.
Yeah, and it's all gonna go to shit.
It's not gonna go to shit.
No, they got
No.
that place locked down,
Nah, they got it
bro.
locked down.
Electricity, they got the big ass fence, bro. They're just
They got
chilling.
heating and cooling,
movies.
water, movies.
Water.
They live in
Dude,
life.
those kids are watching like old ass movies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? There's not like they're watching like Creed 3, you know? Check it out. Yes.
They're on one of those little,
Those-
the little
those
film
spinning-
things.
Yeah, because all the technology's from 2000s.
2000.
2001?
Yeah, so no DVDs.
Yeah, 2003.
Maybe
No
a couple
DVDs?
DVDs.
Yeah, a
probably
couple
like a few.
DVDs.
Couple
Yeah.
DVDs.
Like
Damn, they got Shrek in DVD.
Oh, you think so? When did
Yeah.
Shrek come out? 2002?
Oh shit, maybe not.
The first one that came out in the 90s.
No, it's
Like
a
late
2000
90s.
movie.
Is it-
Yeah.
we already talked about this.
Yeah.
Isn't it like 2003?
I think it's
I think it's
2003,
the- I
2002.
think-
So I think it already came out. They have the movie. It's probably the best movie.
That's probably like the only movie they have like an abundance of because it had just come out.
Yeah, bro. Imagine all the merchandise and everything. And you just, bro, you know what would be the funniest thing to see is, so you're just walking,
Like
this is for
Shrek.
episode 4, but you just see a bunch of Shrek merchandise. I'm going to Google when Shrek came out because I really
Oh,
want
at
to
the
know.
mall?
Yeah, just, bro, like all you
Oh,
see
yeah.
is Shrek merchandise.
That'd be funny. Shrek is just like this glorified god to them.
Oh, okay. It didn't barely, it came out in 2001.
2001.
So Shrek 2 would have been bigger. Give me a
04.
sec. Oh, 2000. Oh, yeah, it is
Yeah.
04. Okay.
I remember Shrek 2 because I got the game with it.
I think we got the game for Shrek 2 too.
Yeah, I had the game and I played it like nonstop because it was a co-op. But good times.
But the wife is definitely wary of Joel.
Joel.
And I think Tommy absolutely told his wife.
In
right?
this episode, it really.
Well, she also seems kind of like a hypocrite, knowing that Tommy did all this stuff with Joel, and she's trying to tell
Yes.
him not to.
Ellie to worry about Joel. Yeah, all
Yeah.
the stuff they've done. Like your boy didn't do shit.
But maybe she sees him as a follower, like not follower, but like the little brother,
She
right?
can control him.
Well, yeah, but she was like, oh, maybe he was just following him and like trying to.
I mean, yeah, but he still did it.
Yeah, no, he did 100%.
Yeah.
And that's why I. Go ahead. No, he had his finger up. I didn't know.
No, it's my finger.
like you raising your hand to speak, and I'm like, oh, a fucking gentleman. ¿Cómo se dice?
No,
All
my
courteous.
fingers.
Oh, courteous.
All courteous. Fool.
No, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. No, I forget what. Just continue. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Well, I didn't think Joel was gonna tell Tommy the big secret. I mean, they are family,
yeah.
so I was waiting for it. But I thought this was a really funny moment for me. Was when Joel told Tommy, and his first instinct was to start heading to the wherever they were watching the movie to kill her.
Yeah.
Like he was like, what? And then he like just moves like all quick because like obviously if somebody tells you that somebody got bitten, you know, you're like, fuck.
First reaction, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he tells him about the dog. He's like, the dog sniffed us and she came out good.
Yeah, I'm surprised the dog can like smell that.
Yeah,
or,
I
like,
know.
Or,
How
like,
do
or
you
like
dog?
feel it or whatever.
I mean, if dogs can smell like drugs and all that, like if you can train them to smell different types of drugs, like smelling the fungi should be pretty easy
Yeah.
because it's a
I
plant.
guess that's true.
Because all you're really doing is what cordyceps is what it's called, the
I think
fungi,
so, yeah.
the cordyceps,
Yeah, cortisone. Yeah.
cortisone,
No, cortisone's
calzones. I'm hungry. Let's go. Yeah.
Well, in this episode, now I remember what I was gonna say. In this episode, it really shows how old Joel has gotten.
Well, they make a joke about it
They
too.
make a
They
joke
make it
about
seem
it.
like he's old as fuck and his brother's like in his 20s.
No, his
Well-
brothers. Well, I watched New Rockstars, and like Joel is 54, and I think
No,
Tommy's like
Joel's 58 because he's closer to 60.
58.
no, he was
Damn, that's
36.
old as
He was
fuck.
36.
Is it
when-
36?
Yeah, he was 36 when.
Okay, so he's 56.
Yeah, he's 56.
Okay.
And
I know
his
he
bro-
was like upper 50s.
Yeah, he's 56. Okay, at
56,
least.
yeah.
And his brother, I think, is 51, 49, and he
Yeah, but they
looks
make him
young.
young as,
Well, his
young
brothers
as
also
fuck.
look at what like their living situations. If I lived where
Yeah,
Joel
but how
lived,
long
like,
has he lived in that area for?
Yeah.
long enough
También.
to where it doesn't stress him the heck out?
No,
Like,
we even said it's been a couple months.
Is it a
You
couple months?
admitted it. Roll back the tape. Oh yeah, his
I
magic.
mean, Joel, it shows his age in this episode. Like when he's trying to fix his boots
Yeah.
and his brother walks in with a new pair, he's like, "Oh, you're not."
Well, I mean, he was also struggling to take the soul
Yeah,
off.
like he was struggling to take the sole off. Like you could see like his grip strength just
Yeah,
Isn't the
it's just
same.
not the same. And then he brings up that he's going deaf and
Yeah.
his instincts aren't what they used to
Yeah,
be.
so he wants Tommy to be the one to take Ellie to,
Ellie. Yeah.
to Colorado.
to
I thought-
Colorado.
I was gonna say, you know what's funny? I didn't see the skyline, but was it Denver's skyline?
No.
Yes. What was the college name? East Colorado?
He's up in the mountains somewhere.
Like,
Yes.
it
Well, it's a
wasn't it
fake
Eastern-
university.
It's a fake
And
university.
it's a combination of CU, CSU, and UNC. So the
Oh,
college is
okay.
in Boulder. The colors are CSU.
Yeah.
And it's something with UNC too. It's the shitty ghetto part of, really.
I was gonna say because they say the eastern part of Colorado.
Yeah. Well, this is the
You're not-
eastern part. No, it's not.
No, it's
We're
in the
the
west.
west.
Yeah, you're
We're in the
right.
West.
That's weird.
That's why they messed it up. That's why like
Yeah, because they say eastern and it was all flat, and then you see Denver.
Denver, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, that's
yeah.
no, you're not gonna see
Well,
that.
even when he was giving Joel directions on how to get there,
Mhm.
it's in the west, like right off the highway.
Yeah.
Like close to the
Yeah, he
mountains.
said he's like it's right off I-25.
Yeah.
He's like you won't be able to miss it.
You won't be able to miss it.
I was like, you're
When
not
they
seeing
brought up
nothing
by
from
25, I was like, I know that.
I know where that.
I know where that is.
I know my way around.
Well, just to bring it back too, because I think the big part of this episode too was Ellie and Joel's argument.
Yes.
Because the wife lets it drop about Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
Joel's daughter, and Ellie brings it up and pretty much tells him like, "I'm not her. I'm not your daughter. You have to let that go." Or what is that like the lines that she says?
Yeah, he should pretty much like, "I'm not your daughter. Stop treating me like a kid."
Yeah,
He fires back. He's like, "Well,
I know I'm not your dad.
I know I'm not your dad, and I'm just doing a job."
Yeah, you're
then-
just luggage. Yeah, cargo.
Yeah,
I like that
cargo.
word. Yeah, you're just cargo.
And then
Like-
at that point, it just seems like they're gonna go their own ways. They're done with each other. They're gonna. He's like, as soon as the sun comes up, we're out of here.
Yeah, he
You're-
convinces Tommy to take.
Yeah,
take.
he
Well,
convinced-
Tommy, he was like in the morning. Time is taking you.
Well, I also love how they said that it was very dangerous trek down to the college, and they make it by the end of the episode.
I know.
Yeah,
That's why I was like
you don't see
surprised.
like a single person.
Yeah.
Not even a move.
I thought the next episode was gonna be them like going to it, but it just shows at least like the end of this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole episode, and
Well, like, yeah, half the episode. You're right.
well, they get to the college just to wrap up this episode. Nobody's there,
No fireflies. They were going. That's why they were going.
Yeah.
Fireflies were there at the college.
and they realize they moved to Utah or something. But
Salt Lake.
Oh,
something
do you think
happens.
they're over there?
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I know they are for a fact, but I'm not gonna say why.
You might as well say why.
Well, because in the video
The-
games
yeah,
it goes
the
to
video-
Okay.
Utah.
Yeah.
Like they're in Utah.
Okay.
Just for the people out there, they're
You're
going
like, oh
to
my
Utah.
god, they spoiled it again.
Yeah, like they're going to Utah. Yeah, they're going to Utah, guys. If that's such a big spoiler, I'm sorry.
The game is
That-
like
hey,
$6
if,
right now.
If Kansas City to Wyoming took 3 months, Denver to fucking Salt Lake City,
It's gonna be like 6.
Yeah, because you
have
gotta
to travel
climb.
the
You gotta go
mountains.
up the mountain and then back down,
Yeah.
Up the mountain, back down. On
It's
the
gonna-
horse.
and then back up because Utah's up.
Well,
up there
they do
too.
have a horse. You're right.
Yeah, they have
and
the
they do
horse.
have the highways. Like the highways are at least.
I mean, yeah, but you're
There.
still going
At
up.
least-
No, you are. You are. I agree with that.
I-70 goes like an 8% grade
Yeah.
up and down.
Dude, that poor horse is
Yeah, that horse is not making it past
it's
fucking.
making it to like Eisenhower Tunnel.
yeah, that is dying there.
So they run into some raiders. Joel gets stabbed, and in my head, when he pulled out the knife, I was like, Joel, what? Everybody knows.
Do you
Not
not?
to
I
pull
know.
it
I
out.
was like,
Everybody knows not to pull it out.
Yeah, everybody knows not to pull it out. And then I thought about it, and I was like, maybe since they didn't have like the internet wasn't that big in 2003, information isn't that widespread, you know?
Yes.
But I felt like any average person would know. What do you do when you get stabbed?
you just leave it in.
Yeah,
there.
you live it. You leave it in. Yes.
You put it in deeper.
Okay, you just want to hit me. Down. You put it.
I was expecting him to pull it out and just going.
Yeah, like
whatever.
fucking concussion and
I was like,
everything.
oh
Yeah.
my god, he's dead.
So I do give him that excuse. I don't know if you guys think that's a valid excuse because it was he doesn't have the information.
No,
from, like-
because I feel like that's one of those basic street knowledge.
Well, I mean, even then,
things.
after 20 years, I feel like you'd see people get stabbed and
and you'd come across a doctor that tells you, hey, you know, it's
that,
actually
or
better.
I would just
to leave
noticing
it
that like
in.
every time you take it out, it's fucking gushes blood.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought that was for how smart they present Joel to be. That was one of the dumbest things.
Well,
he's
that's
done.
not the first time either. Like the episode where Sam and Henry catch him, he's like, "Oh, you know."
But you can't. But like he was smart
Well,
because
I mean,
he put
he was
the
going
glass.
deaf, yeah.
Okay.
He put the glass. Like he was smart enough to put the glass.
I'll give him that.
He just couldn't hear. And guys, the sponsor of this video is Despop. Once again, give this video a like, share it, tell your Mima about it.
Tell your
We haven't
Mima.
brought up the Mima in a while.
yeah, that's why we didn't record. She was sick last week.
She could have held the camera.
But yeah, man, it really helps us out. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. We're going to come out with Mandalorian, Secret Invasion, and March and April are full of movies that we really enjoy.
Yes.
So we're excited to get into episode 7, Left Behind. We pretty much start where we left off with Joel pretty much bleeding out and telling Ellie, "Hey, leave me." At this point, I really don't know how you save Joel because I'm.
I
like,
don't either. Like,
Unless you missed every big organ and he's just bleeding out. But even then, bro, it's like the apocalypse. And if he doesn't die from
Well, all you
injuries,
got to do pretty much is just stop the bleeding.
no, I know, but I feel like wouldn't he get like hypothermia or get like not
An
like die from
infection.
the cold? Yeah, die
yeah,
from like an
yeah,
infection
something.
or something. You know,
I mean,
like
that's
that's
true.
what I'm thinking he would die of, not like from.
because they don't. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
She can't. stitch
You
him
know
up.
what's funny is they left the place they could have stayed at that would have saved them.
No, but
Or,
the
like-
Raiders.
no, I know, but I'm just saying because they were at the like laboratory.
Yeah.
It's old ass equipment.
And they went to like a
It's better
house.
than nothing.
with monkeypox on it. If he tells me like, dude, you gotta leave me, I'm like, all right, peace. I'm out of here.
So you're telling me you would leave Duffo with the stab wound?
And roll credits. If I didn't have anything
Yeah.
around me, what am I gonna do?
You go to the next spot, my boy.
Well, yeah, but
He's
like
not making it to the next
if
spot.
they're in a college town, I mean, that's a pretty big place. There's got to be like houses, dorms.
so. Well, my thing is that I would at least try. You know, I'm gonna sew you up.
Yeah,
I'll at least try to sew you up. Like, yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna hurt.
drag your ass until you're dead.
Yeah, motherfucker, you're
You're
gonna
gonna let me
suffer.
bleed.
You're gonna suffer.
You're gonna suffer. You're
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not letting you go. I'm not
gonna
letting
stick
you-
some snow up in that little wound, and we on.
We on. Yeah, bro. We're not gonna let you die, Angel. We're gonna let you suffer before we let you die.
Yeah, and then if there's nothing I can do, then
Well, this brings me
then
to
I'm leaving you
the.
to
The
to die.
infected.
This brings me to the title of this YouTube video. Who is the main character of The Last of Us? Because a lot of people were bitching
It's the horse now.
about yeah,
I named her Buttercup.
Buttercup. No,
I was thinking
the
of
horse
Daisy.
actually has a name.
Does it?
Yeah, it does have a name because it's also in The Last of Us, like a video game.
Oh, that's right.
And she's like, "This is." It starts with an S. Shiny.
Scrawny nag.
Shimmer.
Shimmer.
Is it Shimmer? I feel like it's Shimmer. Anyways, so a lot of people were saying that, oh, why did we spend the whole episode with Ellie? And like, I want to go back to Joel. Like Joel's, and I do agree. I do think
It's
Pedro
just Pedro
Pascal.
Pascal has a star power.
He does,
Yeah.
and he makes this show. So if they don't change that decision, I just don't know where this show is gonna go. I do love Bella Ramsey though. Her playing Ellie like shows a lot of
I really liked her in this last episode.
yeah. And I hope people saw this episode and were like, yeah, Bella can carry this.
The show. Yeah.
Ellie can carry the
Agreed.
rest of the
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
If for some unfortunate reason something happens to Joel, God forbid. I think this episode proved it. And so this episode is pretty much a flashback. We go back to the Boston QZ with Ellie and her pretty much training to be a Fedra officer.
Is that all the kids, or just like certain kids?
Well, the kids that like graduate because in the flashback when she gets in trouble, she goes to the officer's like office, and he goes, "Do you want to be an officer or do you want to be like a grunt worker?" And he even says it. He's like, "If you're a grunt, you're gonna work for people like the bully."
Yeah.
I forget the bully's name, but he's like, yeah, Bethany, that's it.
Something like that.
Yeah, the one that she punches
Yeah.
and then she gets in trouble. And I think this really sets her on the path of she really wants to be federal. Like she thinks like they're making a change and she like wants this. To contrast, Riley is a Firefly. She comes in and they have a night out to just hang out. And they're friends, but they're more than friends.
The episode like slowly establishes that.
Yeah.
I think this is really cute because it's pretty much like two people who like each other, but they don't know if the other person likes them.
Yeah, so when they go to the mall, Allie's like, "We can't go there. It's like closed off, sectioned off." She's like, "So then why is it open?"
Yeah.
If we can't go there, why am I going there right now, Ellie?
And then Ellie kind of looked at her and was like, "Fuck, you're right.
Like,
Like,
damn, you got me.
you got me."
Shit. Hey, before that, I think it's cool how they do open up new areas of the town for more people.
To like look at.
No, because they said that they opened up a different section for more apartments because there was more people.
Yeah. Like
Oh.
So I think that's cool.
I mean, yeah, but you just gotta make sure there's no zombies, right? You
Yeah.
gotta go check.
yeah, and it's eventually you gotta like board it off. And
yeah,
stuff.
but I mean that's what I'm saying.
And they find
At least they
alcohol
put in
too.
the effort for that.
Oh, that's right.
How-
That was so random.
How do you think they have that much electricity to power the mall?
I think everything's
fucking
connected to so like the grid, you know, like
the grid.
Boston's connected to the grid. Just gotta flip the switch. And I'm surprised
I
that
think so.
zombie didn't wake up from that first.
I know from the first initial one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Or them
surprised.
fucking screaming and running up and down and everything.
Yeah, Riley said that she had been there before, so I'm surprised they hadn't woken up before.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. She was staying there.
Yeah, 'cause she was like, "Oh, I've been here about like 3 or 4 times." And
Well,
like,
no, she's sleeping there.
She lives there.
She,
Yeah.
no le dijo eso, so she didn't know that she
Oh,
was
okay,
like
yeah, I got
stationed
you.
there, but
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
stationed
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you know, the whole time.
You're right.
She pretty much shows her the wonders of the mall, which I thought was really
Yeah.
cute. It brought me back to when we had the mall here in Lagma, and like I would go to that mall all the time, the arcade.
The thing I remember is the little screen that they had in front of the movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can like jump on.
That was like the
Oh,
last thing they
that-
put.
yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
That was one of those things that I was like, oh, technology, it's advancing.
That was like the mall's last Hail Mary to get people in
Yeah.
there. Like, this will get people in here.
Yeah.
Hey, but the theater was cool. I like
Yeah,
the theater.
Tyreek down
You
there
know what's
somewhere.
funny is that they threw shade, or maybe I'm overthinking it, but do you remember like a couple weeks ago when people were talking about how Bella Ramsey isn't conventionally beautiful?
Yeah.
And then in this episode, they like throw shade at it by bringing up the Victoria's
Victoria's
Secret.
Secret.
Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret.
And she's like, "Oh, what's that?" And then she's like, "Oh, it's like,
Like, why would anybody want to wear that?
yeah, why
It
would
looks
anybody want to wear that?"
Oh,
And then like,
I mean, I still don't know why you would want to wear it because
it's hot.
I mean, that's true, but
Because they don't have the same worries as we do. Like
Yeah.
their worries is just to survive. They don't
Yeah.
care about.
beauty
Or
and
flirting.
impressing people or anything
Yeah.
like that. But at that point, like Riley walks away, and then you see Ellie like fix herself up
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
mirror
yeah.
a little.
Because at the end of the day, that's still part of society, no matter what's going on. Like love and trying to.
I thought they were gonna kiss at the
be
arcade.
cute. Oh, when they're dude, they hinted it so many times.
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat toy was
when
cool.
they're next to Victoria, she was like, "Yeah, I was imagining you wearing that."
Yeah, I was like, "Are you waiting?"
You know what I really love what they did with this episode? They contrast the zombie coming and the kiss coming. Because the whole time you're like, oh, this is where the zombie comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where the kiss comes in. Oh, and so they were building tension for both. So like you could equally
just-
feel the tension of, oh, I can't wait for them to kiss, to, oh, the zombie's coming. Like,
Yeah, it's like which one's coming first?
yeah. And like, is one going to mess up the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
really liked how they did that too.
so I'm really glad they had that tension.
I also wasn't expecting one zombie.
I know.
I thought it was gonna be like like 2, 3.
I was expecting like a mini horde, like a dozen.
Like she had the gun, so I was expecting her to kill one, and then like another would like pop up.
I was expecting like half a dozen at least.
Nah,
Half a dozen to
But-
a dozen.
At half a dozen, you're dead.
Because the mall's
Also,
pretty big.
they bring up the bomb, the bomb. So I also thought they were gonna use one of them.
Oh.
Like maybe they do get
Yeah,
attacked by a bunch of them, and then you have to throw one of the bombs.
I that would make sense.
yeah.
Do you think that we would know how to like work the bomb?
I mean,
Yeah, of course.
maybe.
Riley.
Maybe. I mean, she was
Riley's a
like,
firefighter.
she was,
Yeah.
like,
And she has the
watching over
bombs.
him. She was watching over him. That's
Yeah.
why they had her there.
But if she was watching over them, I would expect that she would at least know what to do with them.
Like how to detonate them and
Yeah.
how to
Well, at least to be safe. Like you
But
don't
they
want.
got a short fuse. You gotta fucking chuck
Yeah,
that.
it's not like you wouldn't give somebody a gun without teaching them how to use it. The episode culminates with them kissing, and then right after you hear the zombie, and they fight. I just hate that you never see the zombie biting them.
No.
Like it's
No,
always at the
no,
end.
it's always- yeah.
I wish
Always at the end.
they would at least put like it's not really an Easter egg, but like just show the zombie going in for the arm, and you don't have to show the bite. Just like show us, so be like, oh, that's where she, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe they just want that surprise at the.
We're prophets, man. We guessed that. We're so good at this. we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And people are gonna be correcting us in the comments.
Fine, as long as they comment, man.
Right. Yeah. No, they both get bitten, and
Best Pop did it again.
oh my god, we're fucking geniuses, bro. You love to see it, but that realization that you either kill yourself or you both go mad together. I don't know what you guys would do. Like the love of your life, you both get bitten.
Well, at that point, she doesn't know she's immune.
No, she doesn't.
No,
So they're
nobody
both,
does,
yeah, nobody's immune.
Yeah, I think at that point, if it was like with the love of my life, I'd like, we're fuck it, we're both going out.
But
Yeah,
how would you
see,
do
I
it?
knew
Like,
he
how
was
would you
gonna
do
say
it? Like
that.
you kill her.
I don't. Okay, so here's the
My
thing.
smart ass would like line ourselves up to where we can just like where the bullet would like pass through both of our heads.
I mean, you think,
I
and
don't
then
think the bullet
it
would
like
do that.
stops here, and then she's alive.
Well, also, I feel like let's say you kill her, could you kill yourself?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
Would you
I
have
like-
the balls,
To want like kill yourself
Yeah.
when she's dead.
or you both shoot at each other?
Like, you know what I mean? Like if it was us and I kill you and I'm like, well now I don't have to kill myself. I'll just let
Yeah,
myself.
Like, I
do it.
think there's something romantic
one last
about
little fuck after she's dead.
part out, bro. Necrophilia, horny on the timeline.
you just have to bring it up. You gotta slip one in there.
Daniel let the intrusive thoughts win, bro. He really.
That's a TikTok.
I'm keeping it in too,
That's a
but
TikTok.
Unnecessary horny.
15 yard penalty. Hey, bro, horny on the timeline again, player.
Every
There
time.
you got it.
No, I said there's something romantic about going mad with each other, like going crazy. Not crazy, but
Mad in love.
turning into a zombie together. You know, I don't know where that moment switches in your mind from fully
Infected or
conscious
human, yeah.
to like human to zombie. You know,
Yeah.
but there's something cute about that. But there's a horror or
eerie.
eerie. Yeah, okay. There's something eerie because thank you, and I appreciate that because I really think
He's about to
I'm like, oh, no, okay. There's something.
There's something eerie about
Yeah,
it.
there's something eerie about it, like the irony, because we know that Ellie's immune. They don't know.
don't know.
Yeah. So I could just imagine Ellie seeing Riley go crazy, and in her head, she's like, it's a placebo effect. She's like, oh, am I going crazy? And
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what crazy feels like
Or
because
when
I've
is it
never
gonna hit me?
Yeah. And it never does. And you're just. You have to watch Riley because I'm sure she watched Riley like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I was kind of hoping they would show it, but
Do you think
maybe
she
next
killed-
episode.
Do you think she killed Riley?
Yes.
I was gonna say, I mean, like you haven't churned yet, and she's churned, and you're there, and
I think she did Riley the favor and put her out of her misery.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, she ain't gonna kill herself. I gotta do it.
I gotta do it gladly.
So a lot of people were wondering why did we get the flashback? Why was it necessary? And the reason why it was necessary because this gives Ellie the initiative to help Joel.
Yes.
Because
It also gives her more depth to her character. So
because Ellie and Riley, they both decided to live the rest of their lives together dying.
Yeah.
So like she decided to not take the easy way out and she was gonna stick around with Riley. So when Joel tells
her to leave.
this gives Ellie like, hey, no, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be with
Yeah.
you till the bitter end. Angel, that's what we're gonna do. We're
yeah,
gonna let you
she a
suffer.
real one. She a real one.
Yeah, she's the real one. This also brings me to the point that Ellie's the main character at the end of the day. This is, I think, should be her point of view. This should be her story. She's developing character, and like
Yeah.
you said, this gives her character.
Absolutely. Preach.
For the people saying that one dimensional, whatever. No, Ellie is a great character. I think she's gonna go down as one of the best characters on TV.
Yes. I think so.
It's just the way they handle the. I don't know how to say it, but the of a certain character.
There's gonna be. I'll tell you right now. There's gonna be backlash.
Oh yeah,
There's going to be so much
'Cause-
backlash because there's people that haven't played the games or never watched any playthroughs or anything. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, I can't believe they did that. They ruined the show, and it's like, no, they just stuck to the lore.
Yeah.
But
to-
it does
to the
bring up a
game.
great question. Like, so let's say we made the video game and one thing of the video game didn't hit. Like the fans didn't like it. They're like, oh, that was a
Oh,
mistake.
if we were to change one thing,
Yeah. So, well, like we're making a video game and there's backlash to that moment
To
in the
that,
video
like
game.
that certain part of the game.
Yeah. So wouldn't you like just change it for the live action? You're like, oh, it was a mistake. Obviously, let's change it. Like we have the opportunity to change it because there was was such backlash.
Maybe
Yeah, but I
backlash
mean,
is
it
good
depends.
though,
It
because
depends on what part of the game, because
I
I
think
think change the whole outcome of it.
I think you don't change it because it's like what we talk about when we say something controversial, like on purpose. We're like, oh, we're gonna get engagement. At the end of the day, like they'll get that engagement too.
Yeah, but it's a Walking Dead effect. Like after that one
Yeah.
character fell off, like dude, that was the largest drop in ratings ever in the history of
Like
TV.
Yeah.
That is our review of episode 6 and 7 of The Last of Us. Thank you for watching, guys.